the dark side of agriculture. Agri-terrorism, it's a term I never heard of, but it's terrifying. Josh, you made a very valid point about making sure that the broadband network is protected, and from an agricultural standpoint. Maybe you can talk to that term.
It's not just the broadband network, it's the farmers network as well. But if we begin to think of ag as a business, which it really is at its bottom, agriculture really faces no less of a threat from cybersecurity incidences or adversarial impacts than any other industry. And if we think about where automation is in agriculture, whether it is in feed bins, whether it is in irrigation, whether it is an application of chemical for row crops or specialty crops, whether we think of it as sensors in terms of cattle, poultry, dairy facilities as well, any one of those can be a gateway for infiltration. So the feed can be disrupted, irrigation can be disrupted, over-irrigate or under-irrigate. Information given to a farmer that's falsified and indicates to a farmer that part of a herd or a flock is ill and needs to be separated or put down, imposing really unnecessary expense. And it can be any form of agri-terrorism. It doesn't necessarily need to be sourced in state-sponsored terrorism, although it could be if it was of sufficient scale and scope to disrupt the nation's food supply. Some of it can just be mischief, but again, with all the same damaging impacts.
To your point, I misspoke when I said the broadband network. It really is about their business and being secure. And do you see opportunities for the NTCA members to help the farmers, protect themselves?
Absolutely. So on the first instance, NTCA has a program called CyberShare, which offers small broadband providers an opportunity to monitor the security of their networks. But the same way that an NTCA member might work with its local businesses to help them fortify their networks and their business concerns, those opportunities exist for equipping farmers with those same tools as well.
That's a very powerful thing to do, because suddenly you're adding a lot more value than just a pipe.
Absolutely. I think it's important to look at whether it's ag, whether it's any business, whether it's any service that the broadband service provider is offering as an ecosystem, almost a suite. I think in a lot of these communities, the customers will view the broadband service provider as the tech expert, their local geek squad, as it were, and to begin to think about, well, which aspects of that business does my broadband service touch? Can I be a part of that pipeline? Can I be a part of that chain of product and service that I provide to the customer?
And it sounds like there's plenty of opportunities still to, once you get fiber to the farm, you still need to get it out to that barn.
Right. So, whether we're going to rely on unlicensed network, whether we're going to rely on a mesh network that's built on a one-by-one, customer-by-customer basis, whether a service provider wants to explore the possibility or the feasibility of offering a mesh network package out of the box for its farming community and have an unregulated stream of revenue. All of these opportunities exist, and they're all out there.
Yeah, well, Josh, I appreciate your insight. A lot of opportunity here, it sounds like.
Thank you very much. Great to see you.